Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey Matt, how's it going? I am on the headset, ready to roll. We are 40 minutes from face-off, and it will be Peterborough and Six Nations for Game 4 of the MSL Finals. Oh, I've got a big lag. Oh, I might have the program feed coming through. Okay, let's time this. Start. So I've got 12 seconds later, I'm hearing myself.
That's actually not bad for a stream to YouTube. But
So is that the program feed?
Oh, you know what it is? I definitely have YouTube open here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what that was.
Oh my God, I was like, that would be messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Headset? We can't, Matt can't get it to work.
as head coach in 2011 with the Excelsiors, and 27, 2018, and 2019 with the Peterborough Lakers. He is also a three-time NLL championship head coach with the Rochester Nighthawks in 2012, 2013, and 2014. Our second inductee is Patty O'Toole. Patty O'Toole is a clutch goaltender, known for coming up big when the game was on the line. One of the top goaltenders of his era, O'Toole's career was a highlight reel of both team championships and individual awards at every level he competed at. Demonstrating exceptional talent between the pipes, Patty won the Harry Lumley Trophy not once, but 5 times. An award given to the netminder with the least goals allowed in an OLA Major Series. His offensive talents did not go unnoticed either, as he contributed with effective breakout and fast break passes. In 2007, he set a record for most points by a goaltender in a Man Cup career. Our third inductee this year is none other than Len Smokey Powers. As a member of the Peterborough Junior PCOs, 1968 to 72, Len Smokey Powers became a Minto Cup champion in 1972, a team captain. He was named Best Defensive Player in the Minto Cup that year. The PCOs 72-75 team was also inducted into the Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Fame in 2010. Len played in the first National Lacrosse League in 74 and 75 for the Rochester Griffins, who won the championship in 74. He came home to Peterborough to play with the Lakers' Senior A team, winning the Man Cup in 73, 82, and 84. In 84, he was the player and coach for the team, like Reggie Dunlop. Len is known for his relentless work ethic both on and off the floor. He brought those same qualities when he joined the board of directors for the Peterborough Lakers in 2015. The club became a winning franchise with 3 consecutive Man Cup championships. He was appointed chairman of the board in 2020. His involvement in the game stretches over 40 years, and he shows no signs of slowing down. Let's hear it for Len Powers. And last but not least, one of our favorites, Scott Evie Evans. Evie was a scoring sensation over a lengthy career, reliable and consistent. Scotty played 5 seasons of OLA Junior A, where he was one of the top 10 scorers in every season, finishing with 266 goals, 219 assists for a total of 485 points in 140 games. That's 3.4 points per game if you're counting. He won the OLA Junior A Most Outstanding Player in 2001. He also played 13th season in Major Series Lacrosse, scoring 624 goals, 645 assists for a total of 1,269 points in 383 games. He was a key player of 5 Man Cup championship teams with the Lakers in 2004, 2006, 2007, 2010, and 2012. In 05 and 06, Scott won the Buckle McDonald Award as the league's top scorer. In over 9 seasons in the NLL, he tallied 457 points in 126 games. During his outstanding career, Scott Evans was highly respected by his teammates, his oppositions, and fans everywhere. He was the type of player a coach relishes and players want as a teammate. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for these Hall of Famers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise, remove your hats, and join Elijah Holt, lead singer of the band The Ilk, for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada,
Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to Game 4 of the MSL Finals. I'm Steven Stamp, very pleased to be bringing you this game. And thank you to our friends at Your TV for the camera feed, and to Matt Latour for making everything work so that we can be on a line here with you all. We have a great picture, and we're looking forward to a great game. It is 2-1 Lakers as we get going. Jay Thornbert and Von Harris, dueling 28s, will start out, and they will extend this face-off 8 seconds, 9, 10. Still being picked up now. Eric Fennell comes away with it, but he's stripped immediately. Gilray got it loose, but Fennell gets to the net, passes. That shot from Joey Capito goes wide past Doug Buchan, the starter for Peterborough. He started game 3, gave up 7 goals. There's a shot by Jamison, who ripped it up in game 2, had 6 goals here in the Chiefs' overtime comeback win. There's Lyle Thompson, big addition. There's a shot by Austin Stotts. Thompson picks up the loose ball. Thompson wearing number 4, stepping in as the Cannons are done in PLL. He became available and is added to the lineup. So some big additions for these teams. Reza Terrence and Vince joining the Lakers in the playoffs. And Thompson now, of course, joining the Chiefs. The big changes to the lineup. Billy D. Smith also in for the Chiefs. There's Brendan Bomberry ripping from outside. That'll be over and back. So with Thompson in and Billy D. Smith in, as well as Brooker Muir wearing number 9. He's actually heading out onto the floor right now. He's at the top of the defensive formation, picking up Reza Terrence right there. That is, so we have Shane Simpson and Tyson Bell out on defense, and Randy Stotts not dressed for the forwards. There's a chance for Reza Terrence. It's stopped, picked up by Kellen LeClaire. He will shimmy out of a check from Thomas Hogarth and head into the offensive zone. Gets it to Cody Jamison. Sam LeClaire clears through, and here's Thompson on the run. Ducks through, picked up there by Sweeting. Lakers clearly paying attention to him. A couple of swats from Sweeting. I think that the book is the teams feel, oh, a shot by Jamison off the post. It's not going to be an over and back, but the Chiefs have to race to get it, and Von Harris does so. Nice little behind the back. Gets it across, and Charlie Scanlon will set up. But I think teams feel like you got to play him physical. That's a big pick. So right off the bat, Thompson returning some physical play, and the refs establishing that they're going to let things go a lot again tonight, I would think. The officials are Brent Cologne down by the goal line, Kyle Cropman on the far side, and Josh Hiltz is at the top for now. Here's Scanlon trying to get one through, doesn't connect, and the 30 is going to expire. Austin Stotts just reaches out with a one-hand chop on Alex Pace, who looks to the official and says, how about that for a penalty? He says, nope, we're not calling that. It's been a very feisty, very physical series. I think it's going to escalate because things are being allowed to play. Whether you like that or not, it is definitely ramping up the intensity. Hogarth with the reset, fresh 30 for the Lakers. Corey Vittorelli has it. Turner Evans trying to find his way through. Getting a physical ride there from Dalton Sulver, the Texas sensation. Turner Evans cuts through, gets chopped, he's knocked down. That chop was a clean one, it was on the stick. You can't hit a guy when he's on the floor, but that was straight on the stick, and the Chiefs come back the other way. Cody Jamison. The Chiefs are going to try and keep the string of road victories going, as it has been all 3 games so far. The road team has won. Fennell's shot goes wide. 7 left on the shot clock. Tracked down by Austin Stotts. Now 4. Oh, his shot right off the face of Lord, and that one's off the body of Lord. 2 block shots by Lord, and then takes the one-hand chop, just in case that wasn't enough. I said it's going to be physical, and it's going to be feisty. Here's Mark Matthews looking for a lane to the net, gets a shot, rips it. Stopped by Doug Jamison, starting for Six Nations. He started games 1 and 3. He was replaced in game 2. He was replacing game 1. Warren Hill started game 2. Then Jamison came in. There's a shot and a stop on a dead-on look from Sam LeClaire. Mitch Ogilvie will run the ball almost to center and then rip it ahead to Holden Katoni. Sean Evans circling behind the net. Hogarth cuts through the middle, and Tony's shot goes wide. Nobody there to get it before it goes over and back. Matt Gilray will just stop it, and it will be Chiefs possession as we're over 4 minutes into the first quarter period. 20-minute periods. Brendan Bomberry over to Austin Stotts. For the Lakers tonight, that scratches Austin Hazen, Jordan Sturris, Tate Catoni, and Blake Gibson-McDonald. Sean Evans is back in the lineup. He did play in lane in Game 3 after he returned from coaching his daughter's team to a minor nationals championship out in Langley. Peyton had a terrific tournament. He has been very involved in Peyton's journey through the game and the journey of other girls. Here's a shot from Mark Matthews. Nice trail check by Leclerc. I think threw him off. It will be an over and back, but Jameson's going to get it. And here's a break. Capito, the shot, he misses. Comes back out to Lyle Thompson. He'll set up. I still remember a neighbor, a neighbor's daughter was showing me her stick and said, yeah, Sean Evans, nice save by Buck in there on the Thompson shot. I said, yeah, Sean Evans, or my coach gave me this. He's a lacrosse player. It was Sean Evans, and he gave her the stick. He's distributed a lot of gear to a lot of young players and touched a lot of young players with his teaching, his coaching. Here's Evans, fakes the shot, tries to step into the middle. Tight defense from Billy D. Smith, all over him. He gets to the back door to Vitarelli, who is stopped by Jameson. Jerry Stotts right on him. See what kind of impact Billy D. Smith has. He is big and strong, and he can still play. Hadn't played for a while. Coaching, of course, that's put in the net after the play. Gilray was down. Austin Stotts stands over him and has a word. Gilray gets up, goes to the bench, looks okay. No delay game for the shot after because it was taken just after the whistle. Matthews watched over there by Nungo Thompson. He sees the pick from Catoni coming and turns to fend it off. Matthews hits the cutting Reseteris, goes to the net, stopped by Jameson. Crease violation as he lands, and it will be Chiefs ball going the other way. Remember, the Lakers had 4 straight 5-goal periods. Second and third periods of game 1, third and fourth, or the first and second in game 2. And then another, here's a shot. Fennell just misses. Was it off Buck? And it was not. It was grabbed by Eric Schul. But the Lakers really some strong second halves of games, although of the first game and the third game. Game 2, the Chiefs had the strong second halves. They battled back from a pretty much game-long deficit to tie it up. Cody Jameson, the driver of that. Here's Evans trying to spin. There's a shot from Catoni. That's off the foot of a defender. It'll be a fresh 30. Kevin Owen Hill, number 49, down on the near side, really getting into his D. He is a rising star in this game, and he is jumping out right there on Evans. Fights through the check, stays with him. Nice footwork by Hill, but good movement of the Lakers. They get a shot from Catoni, is stopped by Jameson. Here's a breakout to Austin Stotts. He ducks underneath Gilray. He stepped in the crease before he got the shot off. It did go in again, so the Chiefs have put a couple of goals in, but both have been after the play. 7.5 gone. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals on the MSL YouTube network. Thanks. And the MSL website. Shot to the far side from Matisse. That one stopped. Jameson will scoop it up. A little pressure from Hogarth. He throws it ahead. Does connect with Charlie Scanlon. I thought with a couple of Lakers there, they might get to it, but nice pass by Jameson. Here's Bomberry. Hands that one off. Von Harris across the top. Hope out on him, so he passes it off. Here's Jameson being watched by Gilray. Hard shot by Bomberry, stopped by Buchan. Doug Buchan is playing very well. He's played 2 games in this series now. He's given up 13 goals. And the Chiefs did get 13 on Matt Vince in game 2 alone. So if you're wondering why Matt Vince, one of the best ever, is sitting. There's a shot and a goal. Holden Catoni starts it off for the Lakers. 1-0, 8:08 into the first quarter. And Catoni is a bomber from the outside. And he absolutely snipes that far low corner. I was going to say because Buchan has just played very well. Stepped in a couple years ago when the Lakers goalies weren't all back at the beginning of the season. Played so well that he just earned a long-term spot with his club. They've got a bright future between the pipes with young Drew Hutchison, who was the 3rd goalie tonight, taking shots in warm-up, and Landon Kells, who came up with the Junior A Lakers. He won a Founders Cup with the Allura Mohawks, won a World Juniors with Canada, and now is the primary goalie for the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. There's Thompson. Looked like he was stepping into space, gets the shot off as Schul jumped out on him. He stepped aside, missed the net, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Leclerc hands it off to Austin Stotts. Mitch Ogilvie on him, and he gets loose. Big save by Buchan. That is Austin Stotts in a nutshell. You can be all over him, and he can still find a way to get loose and get his shot. Sweeting trying to get it over to Vitarelli, but bit of an awkward pass, and Lyle Thompson with the pressure. Lyle Thompson, one of the best players in the game in going back and playing defense from the forward position. Evans can't get the pass through. Nungo Thompson comes away with it. Outlet pass, though, he's going to throw that one away. The defensive play was good. Now he's trying to fix the stick, but he just got a little overzealous trying to hit the breakout man. Lakers come back the other way as we near the midway point of the period. Right, you've got the score on the screen. Just reminding myself that you can't see the time. So 10.5 to go as a delayed penalty is coming to the Chiefs. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals Action Game 4. Lakers lead 2-1. They lead 1-0 in this game. Backdoor attempt. Resetarits stopped. Grabs his own rebound. Fresh 30 for Peterborough. Out to Turner Evans to Catoni. Skip pass to Sean Evans. Hogarth takes a cross check right to the face. Not called. Lakers another. Oh, no, they didn't get a fresh 30. That one missed, but was picked up. They've got the ball. Evans thought he had a lane. Cuts back. Hard pass across to his cousin Turner. Kind of handcuffed him. It was right at the hip. Nungo Thompson will take him down. Has to be careful not to take another penalty, and they're just going to call possession there as the 30 will expire. It's a high sticking call. Kellen Leclerc heading into the box for 2 or less. Sure, he doesn't want to be in the penalty box, but honestly, I'm so happy to see Kellen Leclerc back playing lacrosse. One of the really good guys in the game from one of the really good families in the game. And had a heart condition that made him miss lacrosse for several years. And had him on my podcast. Go look up Laxpeed. But had Kellen Leclerc on, and he was so excited to get back into the game, playing for the Calgary Roughnecks, and now back playing for the Six Nations Chiefs. He's a beauty. The whole family, honestly, just great folks. I know he's excited to be back playing with his brother Liam, who will be at the top of the penalty kill, along with Joey Capito. The low men will be Jerry Stotts on the far side, and on the near side, looks like Ty Logan. Changed up the head of his stick. I think he's got a different stick tonight. He had a yellow head before. There's Vitarelli, gives Catoni. Matthews at the top with the lefty strong. Tony to Matisse. Oh, sorry, Resetarits. Couple of fakes. Got the shot off, but Jameson turns to the side. Hogarth forcing pressure on Liam Leclerc. Leclerc takes a swat. I'm telling you, it is getting feisty. The longer the series goes, these teams really, I think a lot of the guys get along well enough when they're off the floor. When they're out there, the rivalry, the intensity ramps up. There's Bomberry. That pass goes to no one, but it's going to be tracked down by Von Harris. Nice grab with one hand. 3 on the shot clock. Harris is going to try and get a shot off. Actually does, but Gilray comes away with a loose ball. Six Nations had already changed out 2 players. There's some pressure from Eric Fennell. Made it a little tough on Gilray, but he got it ahead. No problem for the Lakers. They will set back up. But they're down to 15 on the shot clock. Under a minute to go on the penalty. Hogarth back up to Resetarits. Billy D. Smith at the top of the PK this time. That's off the leg of Jameson, tracked down by Catoni. Fresh 30 and lots of time on the power play. Matthews takes the pass from Catoni, rips it. It's wide. Who's going to get there first? Hogarth and Stotts got there at the exact same time. Stotts won that battle, and they make the pass ahead to Austin Stotts. So once again, for Six Nations, Randy Stotts, Shane Simpson, and Tyson Bell all out of the lineup, but Billy D. Smith, Lyle Thompson, and Brooker Muir are in. Of course, Lyle Thompson is the big name. Austin Stotts across to Sam Leclerc. He's double-teamed by Schul and Ogilvie. Lyle Thompson stopped, turned aside by Doug Buchan. He tries to get a pick on Thompson, but he was all over Paul Dawson. Dawson managed to make the pass ahead, but boy, Lyle Thompson has come to play. We'll see what he can generate tonight. Evans behind the net, 10 on the shot clock. The penalty is over. So we're back to even strength. Hogarth scores! Fake slow, goes high, shoots over Solver. Thomas Hogarth, who has been the Lakers' leading sniper this year, and he has just potted another one for a big goal to put them up 2-0 after the power play had expired. It's a pretty simple little play, just fake low, shoot high, but he is so precise with his shooting and absolutely fearless going in tight. Six Nations setting up in the offensive zone. Jamieson hits Harris, and this is Bomberry trying to fight through the check.
21 Laker goal scored by number 19.
Lakers really getting out tight in offense, in defense, but nice job by Fennell to open up some space for Stotts. That's going to be an over and back. It didn't touch anything.
Sean Evans and number 16.
Okay, in the regular season,
That's Hogarth from Evans and
Hogarth had 19 goals.
33.
Holden Katoni actually had 22, so Katoni was the leader. And those are the two guys that have scored tonight. So no surprise behind the back shot by Vitarelli there, who's been pretty sharp in the playoffs. Sean Evans led the team in assists with 34. And Katoni with 22 goals, 21 assists for 43 points was the leading scorer. That's going to be an over and back and will be Chiefs possession. Their regular season scoring leaders were Brendan Bomberry had 36 points on 8 goals, 28 assists. The goal scoring leader, Austin Stotts, only played 8 games but had 13 goals, 13 assists for an even 26 points. And Jamieson named the MVP with 12 goals, 21 assists for 33 points. Ball is loose. Gilray tries to run around Sam Leclerc or Charlie Scanlon to get it, but Scanlon protects it, hangs on to the ball. Now he's double teamed and stripped. Alex Pace has it. Has to duck back through a couple of Chiefs. Just enough pressure from Jamieson and Thompson that Pace couldn't run in transition. He did get the ball up and ahead, but the Chiefs were able to get their D out. Sam Leclerc is caught out there. See if the Lakers go after him. They do have Matisse on Leclerc. He's going to spin, goes to the net, just wide on the far side. Actually a save from Jamieson, but they definitely went after Leclerc. Matisse almost made them pay, definitely got himself open. Here's a drive underneath by Vaughn Harris. He's turned aside nicely by Chad Tutton. Stotts has lured on him all the way over to the far side, just trying to bull his way through, but still had it and then eventually lost the ball. 2 on the shot clock. Jamieson has it. Look at the pressure from Tutton out by the restraining line. That is a strong defensive shift by the Lakers. Clearly knowing that the Chiefs have the potency to strike at any time, even late in the shot clock. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL playoff action, finals action, game 4. Lakers lead 2-1 in the series and 2-0 in this game. Nice strip by Kellen Leclerc to pop that ball away from Matthews, but Turner Evans in there to pick it up. Leclerc almost knocked it away with his foot. Evans got it, swims through, and gets a shot off, and that ball's live as it went off the leg of Jamieson. Hogarth tried to grab it. Now Nungo Thompson, a little hip check. That's going to be an illegal push, and the Lakers will get the ball. Oh, no. Wait, no, the Chiefs are getting the ball. I'm not quite sure what the call. I couldn't quite see everything. I just saw Thompson with the hip check on the player without it. Now Sean Evans has stayed up the floor, and they have him sprung wide open. Sweeting doesn't know he's there. Now he sees him. Evans alone, scores! So Sean Evans stays up the floor. The Chiefs don't pick it up, and Sweeting does pick it up just in time to give him that wide open look. And Evans, one of the deadliest snipers in MSL or NLL history. I mean, probably an even better passer. But he is a terrific shooter. 2-time NLL MVP. 2-time Mike Kelly Award winner, I believe, as Man Cup MVP, and I have to go and double check that. Tied for the record for most points in a Man Cup, and that has since been broken by Mitch Jones. He actually should have broken it that year. They gave one of his goals to John Grant Jr., which is there's a shot from Vitarelli's wide, comes out to Matisse. That's a weird one because, they're very different. There's about a foot difference in size. One's a lefty, one's a righty, and it was wide open space. But Anyway, they're still tied the record. Honestly, him and Josh Shooter Sanderson, two of the all-time greats. Here's Brendan Bomber. He gets it across to Vaughn Harris. That shot had missed, so we're down to 18 on the shot clock for the Chiefs, who trail 3-0. Of course, it was 3-0 Lakers after the first period of Game 1. Chiefs after the first period of Game 1, and the Lakers came back and dominated that game. So the Lakers know this one's far from over. Don't go anywhere. Oh, that shot from Bombury. I think the stick follow-through hit Ogilvy. He's scratching his head on the side of his helmet. Steps over center, and we'll give it up to Reza Terrace. Very quickly down to Mark Matthews. Here's Evans, the last goal scorer for the Lakers. Helmet of Turner Evans has come off with Brooker Muir all over him. The helmet's still lying out there on the floor. Tony to Matthews, rips one, scores! The Lakers are hitting their spots. Matthews has made it 4-0 with 3:14 to go here in the first period. Game 4, such a critical game. And so far, it has been all Lakers. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. I am not monitoring the chat. Maddie's doing that, so hope all is going well over there. But if you have any questions, you can ask. They can ask them right, and you can let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So if you have questions, throw them in the chat. Maddie will pass them on to me. Lakers on offense again. Sidearm shot, Reza Terrace. Hogarth almost picked up that rebound, and he would have been naked on the crease, but just got away from him.
Assistant number 88, Sean Evans, and number 16, Joe Reza
Leclaire hands it off. Jameson quickly moves it on to Bomberry. Schul on him. Dawson jumps out on Leclaire. Buchan had to make the save, and then Bomberry. Great positioning on Schul to try and spin out as he saw the ball coming, but nice work by Alex Pace, who, I mean, the Lakers have a lot of good defenders. The Chiefs have a lot of good defenders. I thought Alex Pace may have been their best defender through the regular season. Matthews just has that ball drop out of his stick. Liam Leclaire jumps on him, but Matthews is able to get it to Turner Evans. Evans behind the back. Vitarelli all alone on top of the crease, but the save by Jameson, and Kellen Leclaire will pick it up and clear the zone. He's going to hit Cody Jameson. Leaves it there for Charlie Scanlon. 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Got some kids heading down, getting ready to be on the floor between periods. Stick with us at the end of the period. We're going to have a quick word from Jamie Batley about an initiative from the Peterborough Lakers Alumni Association. He'll hop on the mic as long as he can get here. Evans tries to duck underneath Kevin Owen Hill, gets there. The rebound pops out to Hogarth, who is such an ever-present danger. Jerry Stotts, that's a nice little pass out of the crease to get it ahead to the offense. Here's Fennell. Guilleray watching him like a hawk. Cody Jameson looks to Lyle Thompson, goes back to Fennell instead. Some space for Bomber. He missed. It's off the boards and to the back. Hops back out front. Here's Leclaire. Lyle Thompson takes a look. Shot. Penalty coming. It's going to be holding the stick call. That'll be Paul Dawson, as Eric Fennell was de-sticked in front of the crease. So a chance with 1:03 to go here in the first, an opportunity for the Chiefs to try and get something rolling, get on the board. Guilleray and Tutton will be high on the penalty kill for the Lakers. Lord and Hope down low. Strong right for Six Nations with Harris there, Thompson there, and Bombery right there. Then Austin Stotts on the near side and Cody Jameson down low. Backdoor quick step attempt. Didn't quite connect for Harris. And Stotts gets it back. 12 on the shot clock. Bombery with it. Here's Austin Stotts. The shot, nice save by Buchan, who's been sharp. Jameson got it back, fresh 30. We've got about 34 left. Jameson will reach, so he's going to shoot. Lyle Thompson rips one, it's wide. Back out to Bombery. That's a big save by Buchan. Chad Tutton and the Lakers are going to be able to kill the rest of this penalty. Cody Jamieson whacking Robert Hope repeatedly. Cross-checks him in the chest behind the play, and I just don't understand. There's another shot. I just don't understand why these penalties don't get called. I respect these officials. I appreciate what they do for the game, but I don't get why you don't just call it when a guy's repeatedly chopping into a player right in front of him. But we will be a 4-0 score for the Peterborough Lakers through 20 minutes of play. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals Game 4. Lakers lead 2-1 in the series. They go to the intermission up 4-0. Hang on for a moment. If we have Jamie Batley here, we will get him to share some info about the Peterborough Lakers alumni auction, jersey auction. Matty, you've been putting that up in the chat, right? Or on the, yeah. So you have seen talk about the alumni jersey auction. It's raising funds for the Peterborough Lakers alumni, and it's a good cause. So if you have a chance, it does end at the end of the second period. When the third starts, opening face-off, that's the end of the auction. So if you want to get a jersey, you probably do. I suggest going in and checking it out. We will take a break. We'll be back in about 11 minutes and 10 seconds for period 2 of Game 4 of the MSL Finals here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us, everybody.
From the Wolf 101.5.
Service, lower prices, Peterborough Appliances. Take a tour of the giant showroom, Peterborough Appliances, where you'll find lots of great brand names like Maytag, Jenner, and more. Come and bring your questions, come in and explore. Find the best in a huge selection at Peterborough Appliances. My advice is the lowest prices, Peterborough Appliances.
With North Star Windows.
Through Ralph Curtis Home Improvements.
North Star Windows come with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty.
All our windows are Energy Star rated and built to be reliable and durable. There's 8 different colors and many styles to choose from.
We got top-notch installers with years of experience. Not only are North Star windows and doors energy efficient, but they also add great value to the house. North Star Windows and Doors are available at Alf Curtis Home Improvements.
presented in this first time award. The MSL is pleased to introduce you to the first annual All-Star. Number 2, the offensive selection from the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club, unable to join us tonight, Dyson Williams. Dyson was the MSL's 2022 leading scorer as well as Rookie of the Year. Number 3, the defensive selection from the Coburg Kodiaks, Scott Dominey. Scott was also MSL's 2022 Most Valuable Defensive Player. Number 4, the defensive selection includes Peterborough Lakers, Chad Tutton. And you'll recognize his fans wearing Tutton 44 on the back with a big picture of him on the front. Number 5, rounding out the runners on the All-Star team is transition player Matt Gilray of the Peterborough Lakers. And the All-Star goalie for 2022 from the Six Nations Chiefs, Doug Jamieson. Of the league's Goals Against Average Award for 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for your All-Stars.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to MSL playoff action. It is game 4 of the finals. Just had the mic on so you could hear the announcement of the league all-stars. In case you didn't hear everything, the forwards on the all-star team, Cody Jamieson of Six Nations, and league scoring leader Dyson Williams, the Rookie of the Year from Brooklyn Lacrosse Club, defensive player Scott Dominey, the Defender of the Year from Coburg, and Chad Tutton from these Peterborough Lakers, who are facing off right now. Tutton is right on top of the face-off there, and also battling for the ball out there, or actually stepping back into the defense, is transition player Matt Gilray of Peterborough, the transition player of the year, and the goaltender of the year and all-star is Doug Jamieson from Six Nations. Power play for the Chiefs with 30 seconds remaining on this man advantage. See if they can get on the board. Jamieson trying to fight through. Nice one-hand, underhand shovel pass. Thompson pulls it down. 7 to shoot. Bomberry off the post crossbar meeting point. Hustle by Tutton getting after it on Bomberry, but he gets the pass to Thompson. 11 on the shot on the penalty. They got time, but it's a nice save by Buchan, who has been outstanding for Peterborough. The pass from Hope gets up to Tutton. Just over center, tries to make a pass. Kind of threw that one away. Here come the Chiefs back, but the penalty is over as Joey Capito hands it off. Again, scratches tonight for Six Nations. So Shane Simpson, Tyson Bell, and Randy Stotts. But in the lineup are Billy D. Smith and that man right there, Lyle Thompson, as well as Brooker Muir wearing number 9 on D. There's a long outlet pass, finds Evans from the bench, but Sean Evans with 3 white jerseys with the teal and orange all around him. He circles away from Liam Leclerc, is picked up by Nungo Thompson. Thought about hitting his cousin Turner through the crease. Turner is now eligible to get the ball again as there's been a pass. Lakers fans want a holding call on Nungo Thompson. Evans pushed down from behind, but comes up with the ball, flicks it out, but nobody there from his team to pick it up. Brooker Muir will get it. Muir, who's played some very good lacrosse, was on the Six Nations Riverman team that won the last President's Cup. That's about to start this year, shortly out in St. Albert, Alberta, not Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. That's a touch, so it's not over and back, but the 30 is still ticking. So Brendan Bomberry runs it back in with 10 on the shot clock for Cody Jamieson. He's watched by Alex Pace. Big pick. Not sure how that's not an illegal pick by Fennell, but he flattened Pace with a hard cross check to the hip, or to the side. It looks like a bit above as Pace just grabbed the spot where he was cross-checked. Well, they're letting him go. Hard rip, and Buchan with another save on Sam Leclerc. Picked up there by Sweeting. He set up the goal. I think it was the 3rd goal for the Lakers by Sean Evans. There's Matisse handing it off. And Rezater's taking his time along the boards over to Katoni. That nice lacer. And there's another big pick. A big check from Billy D. Smith. Sending Turner Evans down. Outlet pass finds Harris. Austin Stott's going to try and open some space. He slips through. Attendance just announced 3,528 here at the Memorial Center. Great crowd. Estimated crowd of the game 2 was about 3,000. That shot goes wide, almost picked up by Thompson behind the net, but got away, and Austin Stott's fighting for it. Lakers are content to just kill some time as there's only 3 left on the shot clock. Jamison did get it, but the time will run out, and the Lakers take possession. It's grabbed there by Ian Lord. He'll sprint out, looks for somebody off the bench. We'll just hand it. He'll bounce one over to Corey Vitarelli, and Lord stays out for the shift as there's another bounce pass. Rezaterich on the run, picked up nicely by Muir. Solid start to the defensive possession for the Chiefs. Here's Katoni on the run. Takes a shot. Nungo Thompson soaked that one. Comes back to Katoni behind the back, well off the mark. Gets past Rezaterich. He'll be grabbed by Sean Evans. Nice little shovel pass. Katoni's going to rip one. Scores! Katoni from downtown rips that one from near the Peterborough Square right down on George Street. And the Lakers extend it to 5-4. I tell you, the Lakers had the best of the opportunities in the first half, in the first period, but it really looked like the Chiefs were starting to build some momentum after, by all accounts from people who are outside the locker room, after some words, some loud words spoken in the locker room, but then Katoni snipes from deep. It's 5-0, 3:52 into the second period, and Doug Jamison has gone to the bench. Warren Hill, with that shiny Halifax Thunderbirds bucket, is stretching to our right in the crease. He is ready to go. Thornburg pulls it back, but it is fought for by Fennell, and Von Harris comes away with it, bounces it to Fennell. Chiefs will set up as we're 4 minutes into the second. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals Game 4, 5-0 Lakers. Oh, what a move by Leclerc as he absolutely turnstile Dylan Lord. Got him looking the wrong way. Had a break, but the save by Bucky. There's Rezaterich along the boards. Doesn't like anything he sees so far, so he'll just wait. Comes across, pick from Hogarth. This is Turner Evan, watched by Dalton Sullivan. Rezaterich with the shot saved by Hill in the first shot he faces. Grabbed by Kevin Owen Hill. Kevin Owen Hill quickly ahead to Von Harris. Lyle Thompson, watched by Sweeting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a goaltending change. Now in net for the 6.
Here's Austin Stotts. Pace out on him. They get the pick. Cross to Harris and down low. Leclerc hits Harris, shoots through the screen, scores. Nice screen. Great pass from Leclerc, and what a finish by Von Harris. Much quieter in here, obviously, when the Chiefs score than when the Lakers do. 5:02 into the second. The Chiefs finally on the board in this game. And that's just a really nice shot by Von Harris through the screen, around the screen, I guess. And Harris will get a face-off break as Nungo Thompson goes to face Thornburg, who wins it cleanly, hits Gilray, and there's Evans going, and Gilray runs with him. Going to actually go to Tutton, who drives a hard reverse, hard crossover twister there. Missed the net, though. Evans, another little shovel pass, gets to Gilray, who's heading to the bench as he leaves it for Katoni. Joey Capito watching him. Cullen Leclerc will come and help. Big pick. Oh, Vitarelli, the putback. What a save, Warren Hill. Sometimes you switch goalies, not because the goalie's been bad, but you want to energize the team, and Warren Hill has just provided that for the Chiefs. That one's up high, though, and out of play. Did not touch Buchan, so it will be Lakers possession. Rezaterich takes on one hop. 4 Chiefs out already on D, so the Lakers will slow things down. Thanks for being with us, Lacrosse friends. I'm Steven Sam, very pleased to be bringing you this broadcast on YouTube.
That's Harris from Leclerc and Thompson. Time of the goal, 5:02.
Jamison hands it down to Bomberry. Old will be keeping an eye on him. The big pick coming from Harris. Fennell with pace all over him. Pace kind of wrapped over around the arm. They still got away. The shot by Bomberry's wide. And it's going to be on the backside of the net. Lakers possession. Ogilvie on the run. He's got Matisse and then Vitarelli coming off the bench. He'll hit the third man. Katoni gives it down to Matisse in the corner. Lakers set up. Warren Hill's been sharp. See if the Lakers can get to him. Evans trying to find his way through, but Liam LeClaire is all over him. The roll was there for Hogarth, but the pass couldn't connect. There's a dime of an outlet to Joey Capito, but 3 Lakers already back on defense as they immediately got some folks to the bench to get the change happening. LeClaire leaves it there for Scanlon. Quickly across to Austin Stotts. Steps back, shot off the post. Oh, Austin Stotts has been close. He is so deadly. Such a good shooter. Here's Lyle Thompson. Speaking of good shooters, Chad Tutton on him. Teammates until now with the Georgia Swarm. Of course, Tutton signing with Paul Day and the Philadelphia Wings. His GM here in Peterborough, now is GM and head coach with the Philadelphia Wings. Gilray takes a big bump from Ty Logan. Lakers setting up. Matthews steps around, has a lane, shoots, scores! Matthews from downtown as well, and the Lakers again hitting their spots. That's just a sharp shot from the offside. Don't really call it the wrong side anymore. Patty Gregoire on the Minto Cup broadcast last night saying, yeah, I hate to call it the wrong side, because some of these players, there is no wrong side anymore. It's just the non-conventional side. Matthews making the Chiefs pay for leaving him some space over there on that side of the floor. Of course, Cody Jamieson on the other side is probably the master of shooting on the opposite side. He loves to come across the top, and with that dead overhand, he is so dangerous because he can shoot anywhere, hit any corner, and it looks the exact same. Evans trying to drive through, takes a chop to the head. He's just going to roll it and head to the bench. The Laker fans do not like that he got that chop, and he will just have a seat. There's a big pick sent Katoni to the floor, or a check sent Katoni to the floor, and he's out there setting picks. That shot almost bounced up off the rebound to Rezater. It's just away from him. Here's a chance for Capito on the run. Steps back, penalty coming to Peterborough. Chad Tutton can't believe it. It's probably going to be too many. An illegal substitution technically. Jamieson has it on the far side as there are 6 attackers out for the Chiefs. Bomberry, cross floor pass picked off by Ogilvy. And yep, illegal substitution. They're saying the Lakers a little early getting off the bench. Thanks, lacrosse friends, to everyone who is here tonight. With Sean Evans going across to serve the penalty. Not your usual in-home, one of the all-time leading scorers in the game. Bomberry at the top is it strong right with Thompson and Harris the other righties. That's Jamieson coming out of the corner. Fennell with him. Sidearm pass. Nice rip from Von Harris with a save by Buchan. Looks like Lord and Hope down low. Tutton and Gilray, the high men. 3 lefties on the PK for the Lakers.
That's 2 minutes for a bench minor. 2 minutes.
Bomberry back to Jamieson. Hope gets out on him, and Jamieson nicely ducks past, but the shot turned aside. And then the battle for the loose ball by Fennell. He wants a holding the stick call. And might have a point there. He was de-sticked, but no call. The play continues, and the Lakers coming to the offensive zone. Matthews on the run, hands it off. What a rip. Matt Gilray, that is part of why he was Transition Player of the Year. He can step and play out, and you can see the absolute rocket to the top corner. 9 minutes and 17 seconds into the second period, and the Lakers have pulled ahead 6-1. Mark Matthews, you're wondering, one of the great goal scorers and shooters in the game, handing it off to a defender. That's why he makes that play. And they're going to say, you know, Warren Hill had a bit of a spark. Let's go back to Dougie Jamieson. He is returning to the bench, to the net for the Chiefs as the Lakers pull ahead 7-1. Went Katoni, Hogarth, Evans, Matthews in the first period. Now Katoni, Matthews, and then Gilray. becoming the latest Laker to score. Still a power play. Still over a minute on the power play for Six Nations. Bomberry behind the back. Thompson. Great hustle by Tunt to get out on him. Very aggressive penalty kill. Can the Lakers keep it up? Shot by Thompson is wide. 10 on the shot clock. Bomberry tracks it down. They've only got 7 to shoot, but Stotts has it. Thompson. Oh, Thompson, a couple of nice moves, but didn't get the shot off he was hoping for. And the 30 will expire. He did get a shot, but it was just after the shot clock had to run out. Here's Tutton on the run. Thought about going to Hogarth. Penalty coming to Six Nations. They've got 6 defenders out. It's going to be an illegal substitution. And they're just going to leave 6 guys on the floor. You don't get another penalty unless you send someone else out. Jamieson and Matthews. Jamieson's just going to lock up with Matthews. So it's 5-on-6 with the Six Nations goalie in and the Peterborough goalie out. Weird configuration. Never seen it before. The shot wide from Katoni. Shot clock's going to expire. And it will be illegal substitution to the Chiefs. So with 9:41 to go in the second period, a 7-1 Lakers lead. That's the wrong signal, Josh Hills. That's the old too many men on the floor call. But that's okay. We understand. And regardless, it will be 13 seconds of 4-on-4. And then the Lakers will have a minute 47 of power play time. So Matthews and Katoni are out there on the left side. Hogarth and Rezateris on the right side for Peterborough. And Sean Evans will be released in 13 seconds. He'll just go join the power play, which will be facing Liam and Kellen LeClaire and Joey Capito. They're the syzygy at the top of the defensive alignment. And Ty Logan is down low. They just hold on. 5 more seconds and Evans comes out. There's Evans making a strong right set for the Lakers. Tony up to Evans. Behind the back. Hits Rezateris. They feed Hogarth. Just missed. They're saying it actually touched Jamieson, so if the Lakers can get it, they get a fresh 30. They do get it. I thought it missed the net, but Kyle Cropman is right down there and saw it. Evans turns, shoots, stopped by Jamieson. He had to double check. He had it, and Capito, looking for the outlet pass, will make the short bounce pass to Kellen LeClaire. Thank you, lacrosse friends, for being with us here as we have 8:48 to go here in the second period. Thompson right on top of the crease. Oh, what a spinning attempt by Eric Fennell, but Doug Jamieson, he has been lights out tonight. So the single goal for the Chiefs was scored by Vaughn Harris. The right side, connecting for that one as Harris got the passes from Sam LeClaire and Lyle Thompson. All righties for Six Nations. Matthews sets a pick for Katoni. Katoni's going to get it back. Rips, that one's a little wide. It did go off the arm. I thought of Jamieson's will be a fresh 30 for the Lakers. And there's 30 left on the penalty, so they've got time to go and run another set. Vinarelli and Jerry Stotts tangling up in front of the net. And there's going to be a 30-second call. Oh, okay, they said it was not. It did not touch Jamieson, so they had the countdown on the floor. There's a save by Buchan. Breakout chance by Joey Capito. He has turned aside, and here the Lakers go back the other way. They've still got 12 on the power play. I don't think they're going to attempt a shot. Oh, they might. Evans coming in. They were looking very slow coming out, but now with 3 seconds left, I can't see it. Evans took a peek over the penalty box. He is going to shoot. Comes straight back out to Rezateris. That was dangerous as Jamieson jumped on the floor when the penalty was released. But it went back to the Lakers. Hogarth gets it back up to Evans. All kinds of pressure. Brooker, Muir over and Hogarth right along the boards. And a nice strip. Liam LeClaire comes away with it. He's got Muir running. They've got Lyle Thompson off the bench. Nice trail check by the hustling Mark Matthews. I remember talking to Derek Keenan about him a few years ago, and he said, he's faster than you think. He's very efficient. Probably doesn't sprint a lot when he's out on the floor, but did quite a run there. LeClaire breaks away, gets away from the big check along the boards. We are back to full and even strength. It is 7-1 with 6:52 to go here in the second period. Thompson, that's a lot of time and space to give him, but Doug Buchan is the man that makes that save. Out the pass to Matt Gilray. Nice hustle by Kevin Owen Hill to get out there. Of course, somebody had to get off the floor to get him off the bench. But kudos to the forward that was the first guy over there.
Get your 50-50 tickets ready for tonight's draw.
Turner Evans, one-on-one with Sulver. Shoots, stopped by Jamison. Sulver picks it up. He'll take off. The Texas native up ahead to Capito. He was thinking about it. Lightning will slow down and hand it off to Austin Stocks. Brendan Bomber is hitting some big picks on Paul Dawson, who fights back through. Loaded up, ripping was Charlie Scanlon. Couldn't quite find a hole. Outlet pass hit Dawson. And here's Evans. Helen Leclerc right on him. Rough ride into the boards. Vitarelli bumps him back. Those two will have a go at it. Vitarelli does not mind. Oh, and there's a penalty coming. Kellen Leclerc chopped the stick, the shaft of the stick down onto the shoulder of Vitarelli, who looked to the refs, got the call. And that's, I'm a big Kellen Leclerc fan, but that's not a smart play right there. The rip from Evans gets away, and then he'll cross-check Sulver in the chest. And it'll be Leclerc going to the box for 2 minutes or less as the Lakers, with 5:32 left in the second period, will go to the man advantage with a big lead. Matthews over to Catoni, down to Vitarelli. We've got Rezateris and Gilrea and Hogarth throwing on the far side. The shot gets through, saved by Jamison, picked up, and a fresh 30. Capito and Billy D. Smith at the top on the penalty kill. Logan and Liam Leclerc are down bottom. Here's Matthews. Gets it through to Hogarth. Matthews taking his time. Catoni rips one far side off the hand of Jamison or the leg pad. Either way, it's a fresh 30. Billy D. Smith gets out. Nice hustle and gets a good push on Hogarth, but Hogarth, excellent job to control that loose ball and get it back for the Lakers. Here's Matthews to Rezateris. That is a rocket to the far side. That's another new Philadelphia wing. And you can see why Paul Day, the GM of the Lakers, wanted to sign him to Philly as well. The only U.S.-born player, the U.S.-developed player to score 100 points in the NLL. He's done it twice. And it is with plays like this absolute bomb from the outside that makes it 8-1 Lakers with 4:51 to go here in the second period. The Lakers really taking a stranglehold on this one. Expected the Lakers to get better and better as this series went on, as they had to cobble together their roster quite a bit during the season. I wondered if it would be like, I remember in 2015 when Chiefs had won 2 straight man cups, and head coach Rich Kilgore said, they just didn't really come together. Oh, what a finish! Joe Rezateris, that's a beauty. That is a great pass from Evans, and a lovely finish by Joey Rezateris. And the Lakers are coming together. I was going to say, Rich Kilgore said, hey, they just felt like they could just roll it out, roll the balls out and go win. They didn't have a lot of guys buying in for the summer. They didn't have a lot of cohesiveness or chemistry through the season, and it showed in the MSL finals when the Lakers beat them and headed out to Victoria. This Lakers team, after a bunch of time off, virtually no one from this roster playing last summer, and not a lot of continuity during the season, but they have found their chemistry, and they're looking awfully good at this point. 9-1. 4:20 to go here in the second. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us. We are over 1,000 viewers, and that's pretty cool. Jamison on his offside, but again, that one's blocked out front. I think it was Dawson getting the stick on it. Might have been Sweeting. There's Fennell with the loose ball. Pace on him. Backing in behind the back. Oh, that's a nice pass. Just got away from Leclerc. And Buchan goes short outlet to Pace. He'll find, nope, he won't find Evans off the bench. Evans says, nope, give it to somebody else. And he heads into the corner. That's Hogarth. Game 5 will be Friday night. This Friday, August 26th at 8 p.m. in Six Nations. You can watch that, thanks to our friends on Rogers Brantford. If you are a local Your TV customer, I believe you can get the feed right on the television. If not, it will be streamed on Rogers TV. Just go on there and watch the stream with Mark Perry. And there's a big hit. And that is going to be a major and maybe an ejection for Charlie Scanlon, who absolutely went after the head of Chad Sutton. Yeah, he's gone immediately. That is just nasty. And we've seen the intensity building through the series. I'd say a fair number of fairly dirty plays. But that is a bad one. It's a major. Somebody's got to go into the box because Scanlon was immediately tossed. And Chad Tutton is up and he's okay and he is fired up. Good to see he's all right. He's going to go talk to the trainer. He's not. Yeah, he's being taken out of the game for now. So 3:24 to go in the second. Chiefs obviously frustrated. I think Cody Jamison's arguing, but I'm not sure what the argument is there. Now, a 2 has gone up on the board, but I saw a 5 from the ref. It's changed to a 5 now. Charlie Scanlon, 5 in a game. So again, Friday, RogersTV.com, go to the Brantford option, and you can watch game 5. If we have a game 6, it will be back here on a Sunday, August 28th. And we will have the streaming once again on the MSL YouTube page. Certainly looks like the Lakers in command of this game. They're up 9-1, have a major. Evans with the rip. It's in! Doug Jameson spun very quickly to try and grab that. He knew it was through, couldn't quite get there. And the first of 2 potential goals on the major is on the board just 17 seconds into the penalty. 3:07 to go in the second. So the player in the box, in case anyone's not sure, does have to spend the full 5 minutes in there. If the Lakers score another goal, the Chiefs will be able to put someone back on the floor. But the man serving the penalty for Charlie Scanlon will have to stay in there until the 5. Oh, it's a match, which means he's gone for the next at least 1 game as well. So Sam Leclerc serving that one, and Vitarelli taking some bumps. He and Kellen Leclerc getting into it down the other end. Here's Lyle Thompson trying to get a shorthanded goal. Getting some help from Capito. Shots at this point. 35-24 for the Lakers, and they're obviously making the most of them. There's Dawson running out. Gets it ahead to Sean Evans. 2:12 to go here in the second period. Lakers still on the major. Penalty power play. Evans with it, takes a couple of whacks there from Logan. Matisse at the top as they go strong right. Nongo Thompson and Billy D. Smith at the top of the PK. Logan and Jerry Stotts down low. Evans to Matisse. Turner Evans not there for the quick stick, so the shot from Matthews doesn't connect. Jameson pounces on the loose ball. Will make the short pass to Jerry Stotts with nothing else available. And here comes Austin Stotts looking short-handed. Goes deep. Brendan Bobberry. They hit the cutting Jameson. It didn't quite connect. And Robert Hope comes away with it. Goes behind the back to Gilray. (10-1) the lead for the Lakers. 1:20 to play here in the second period. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals Action, Game 4 from the Peterborough Memorial Center. Matthews has the ball stripped. Brooker Muir now getting out on top of Katoni. Rams him into the boards. What an effort from Muir, but it opened up some space. Now Muir's going to run. He's going to bang into Rositerich. Muir with all kinds of energy. It's going to be a fresh 30 for whoever comes up with this ball. It looked like Hogarth might have it, but it's still down on the floor amongst a bunch of feet. 48 seconds left in the period.
And the winner of tonight's 50-50 draw was Mike Collins.
Long pass. What a catch by Lyle Thompson. Saved, though, by Buchan. Hogarth takes the long outlet. He's all alone. The other end, saved by Jameson. Fantastic saves at either end of the floor. And then a penalty coming. Oh, no, it's a reset. Hogarth takes another cross-check to the chin from Nungo Thompson, and Paul Dawson's gone out. He wants to go with Nungo Thompson. Penalty coming to Dawson. Come on. The Lakers fans will erupt on that one because Dawson came out to challenge Nungo Thompson, protecting his teammate, and he is going to go. Paul Dawson will go for unsportsmanlike. The fans don't like that because they saw Hogarth taking the chops to the face. And the Chiefs bench trying to get Doug Jamieson over with 14.8 to go in the period. They will pull him to get the extra attacker. They get 5 on. They're down 10-1, but we're 4 on 4. 5 on 4 now. Von Harris with a shot. Big check on Thompson, and then a cross check in the back. And now, that one should have been called too. And now it's getting feisty because things have not been called. I don't like to blame the refs, but you got to call some stuff. And now, Chad Tutton throwing punches. Absolutely bombing at Von Harris, who's trying to fight back. Those two will be gone. Or it's not Harris, it is, sorry, I can't quite see the number. It's Brendan Bomberry getting into it with Tutton, the former Georgia Swarm teammates. So with 3 seconds left, we have a tussle between Tutton and Bomberry. I think they're both okay with heading to the dressing room. Tutton has his glove and not much else of his gear. And he's going to the penalty box, and I think they're going to tell him, you don't need to go in there. You're done for the night. I think that's optimistic of Tutton to think that he's going to get to serve a penalty. And Paul Dawson is still arguing his previous penalty. So we'll see what the calls are. Obviously, Tutton and Bomber are going to get something. There was a hard cross-check to the back of Thompson after his shot. And that, I would think, was the first penalty on the rebound after Thompson picked up his own loose ball on the rebound. So Doug Jamieson is still on the bench. There's 3 seconds left. Obviously, the Chiefs are just going to keep everyone out there and get a shot. Cody Jamieson is indicating, come on out, and Brooker Muir comes onto the floor. Jamieson's still arguing. He's going to get the ball and make a pass. Fennell will get a shot. Stopped by Doug Buchan. And we will go to the second intermission with the score. Peterborough 10, Six Nations 1. We'll go through all the penalties on the website after the break. You can go to majorseriesLacrosse.ca and see what all the calls were. They're not yet up. The last one that's live is Paul Dawson. But it'll all be there, and we'll run over it for you. When we come back, I'm Stephen Stamp. This is Major Series Lacrosse Championship Series action from Game 4 here from the Peterborough Memorial Center live on MSL YouTube and the MSL page. We'll see you when we come back.
service, lower prices, Peterborough Appliances. Take a tour of the giant showroom, Peterborough Appliances, where you'll find lots of great brand names like Maytag, Jenner, and more. Come and bring your questions, come in and explore. Find the best in a huge selection at Peterborough Appliances. My advice is the lowest prices, Peterborough Appliances. Yeah.
With North Star Windows.
Through Ralph Curtis Home Improvements.
North Star windows come with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty.
All our windows are Energy Star rated and built to be reliable and durable. There's 8 different colors and many styles to choose from.
We got top-notch installers with years of experience. Not only are North Star windows and doors energy efficient, but they also add great value to the house. North Star windows and doors are available at Ralph Curtis Home Improvements.
Welcome back to Lacrosse Friends to Game 4 of the Major Series Lacrosse Finals. I'm Steven Stamp, and we are getting ready for period number 3 of this game. And I'm going to take a look and see if everything's updated. So it looks like roughing Majors to Chad Tutton and Brendan Bomberry, which means that Chad Tutton was probably right. I think they're going to stay in this game. Looked like fighting to me when they threw punches. So that will leave us with the same situation we had to end the second period in terms of the manpower. A minute 35 left on the Charlie Scanlon penalty, and then a minute 45 left on the Paul Dawson penalty. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for that minute 35, and then a brief 10-second Chiefs power play. It's 10-1. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals. The Lakers looking to pull off a 4-peat. The last time that was done for a team winning 4 straight Man Cups was, there's a chance on top of the crease. Thomas Hogarth stopped by Hill. No, he actually passed. Did he pass it? No, he did get a shot. It was stopped by Hill, but Evans got it back. Tries a little cross-hander. He's going to get his own shot back. Watched there by Liam LeClaire. It's quite a play by Evans. Comes into space, spins out. Evans will bounce it off the glass over to Alex Pace. That is a fun shift from Sean Evans, and he's looking to get the ball back. 5 on the shot clock. Now he's just going to go to the bench. Save by Hill on the last second shot by Mark Matthews, who goes through hands, several pairs of gloves in the game. He's wearing the bright green, the lime greens now in the third. Here's Thompson, watched by Lord, spins, Lord falls down, big pick from Fennell. They get it out to Vaughn Harris, and Ogilvie immediately out on him. Another pick from Fennell. He is so active in the offensive zone. That's an over and back, and Ogilvie started to chase it, goes to the bench instead. So you were wondering maybe the last team to win 4 straight Man Cups. It was the Peterborough Timbermen and Trailermen, the Timbermen in 51-52 and the Trailermen in 53 and 54. Yes, that was almost 70 years ago, led by the great Moon Wooten. The shot stopped by Warren Hill between the pipes for Six Nations today. Came in for Doug Jameson. They've switched back and forth a couple of times. Here's Austin Stotts. Hard pass across to the far side. Thompson had to double clutch. So yeah, Tutton and Bomberry are, I believe, in the penalty box. That shot goes wide, and it's grabbed there by Jay Thornbert. Runs through a check from Vaughn Harris. Thanks for being with us, Lacrosse Friends. Again, Game 5 of this series will be this Friday, August 26th. You can watch that on rogerstv.com. Or if you're in the Peterborough area and can get your TV coverage, you can watch it on the channel that's on. I'm afraid I am out of the coverage area, so not up on it. 2 seconds to go. Vitarelli fighting through the check from Capito, takes a bump from Kellen Harris and leaves the ball there. Sorry, Kellen LeClaire, who will lob it ahead to Lyle Thompson. Thompson shimmies, shakes, gets a shot off. It's off of Buchan, who fell back into the net. Thompson runs around, shoots, and scores as Buchan was looking a little shaken up, kind of slow to get up to his feet. And Thompson saw the opportunity, raced around, and just buried that one. The deficit a little bit less, it's 10-2. Yeah, Buchan was actually getting up and kind of walking away from the play, and then Thompson's shot actually ricocheted in off the back of Doug Buchan's goal stick as he was turning to try and find the ball. Thornbird on the faceoff, nice save by Warren Hill, and Fennell will come up with that rebound way up by center floor. Jameson's feed through to Thompson. He is triple team. Dawson from behind flattens Thompson. So Dawson flattening Thompson. Lyle Thompson will stay up the floor, and Dawson saying, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go get him? Now Thompson goes. We saw one, the Lakers' third goal was Sean Evans staying out on the floor like that. The Chiefs didn't see him, and Bryce Sweeting set him in all alone. Jerry Stotts tracks that one down, picks it up, leaves it for Austin Stotts, sets a pick. There's a nice shot by Stotts, but stopped, and Evans will dart away to the far side. Austin Stotts keeping an eye on him. Evans hits the man off the bench, Matisse, and changes will be effective. We're 3.5 minutes into the third period. I'm Steven Stamp. This is MSL Finals action on the MSL YouTube page. Vitarelli with the shot. That one's wide. Grabbed by Resiteras. He's got Hogarth in the middle. Nicely picked up by Nungo Thompson. Tried to force something through, couldn't quite connect. Capito on the run. 3 Lakers already out there. You know Peterborough's not going to try not to give up any transition opportunities. You don't want any quick goals, any easy goals. Capito down to Leclerc. Backdoor attempt. Fennell had to double, triple clutch. So Lord is all over him, then loses him, recovers. Sam Leclerc pulls it down. Nice play by Leclerc. But he was thwarted by Buchan. Lord fights through the check from Lyle Thompson, rolls it over to Evans and gets to the bench for Billy D. Smith to come out. Quite a sight seeing Billy D. Smith back on the floor. Honestly, one of the all-time greats as a defender in Major Series Lacrosse and in the National Lacrosse League. One of the leaders in penalty minutes ever. Tough guy, great dude off the floor. Not someone you want to cross on the floor. Here's a pickup by Evans. Shovels it across to Turner. Evans shot. Nice save, Hill. Straight over to Sean Evans. He's knocked down. Dalton Silver with the check in the back. Just a body check. They don't call anything. Evans is still in the corner, and I think Silver is up and gone. Austin Stotts trying to get a shot off. Throws a punch. Then loses his stick. Now he's going to go after Eric Schul. Grabs him by the face mask. Stotts looking like he's going to drop the gloves. Schul points the old classic point to the scoreboard. Things are getting pretty nasty. Evans is held and dragged down by Nungo Thompson. Cody Jamieson shoots. Thompson and Evans having a look at each other. Evans slashes Thompson on his way off, then runs into Dalton Silver. It's getting nasty, folks. Things could blow up here. The rip from Catone scores. The reset initially called for, then double checking, and that one was in the net. Catone, who started everything, all the scoring, 8 minutes and 17 seconds into this game, and now he has his third of the evening to stretch the Lakers lead to 11-2. Hill again looking behind him as Doug Jamieson did on the last Lakers goal in the second period. Here's a chance right off the face-off, but Buchan is equal to that, and Robert Hope with a long outlet pass. These teams, of course, meeting so many times over, I think, 9 now of 11 MSL finals. We had one Six Nations Brooklyn final. There's a chance for Hogarth, stopped by Warren Hill. And we had a Peterborough Oakville final. Other than that, I believe the last 11 have been these two teams. Almost over Mac Jamieson with no line, had to be very alert and realized where he was and managed to avoid it. It's a terrific heads-up play by Cody Jamieson. But here's Schul on the run, shoots, saved by Hill. Capito chops down, gets the ball. Ogilvie pressing on him. No pressure now, and he'll just lob it ahead to Brendan Bomberry. So Bomberry and tuck and release. The penalty boxes are empty for now.
That's the most passionate lacrosse and hockey fans in the world, and it's time for them to make some noise.
Cody Jamieson and Paul Dawson kind of getting into it out there on the floor. Old teammates in Rochester. Buchan snags that one with his goalie stick and long pass ahead to Vitarelli coming off the bench. Lyle Thompson may have got a bit of that one, but it does get through. And Vitarelli hands it off. Tony hits Matisse on the back door. His shot off of Hill bounces over to the boards, and Brooker Muir is the first guy there. He comes away with possession. That one's picked off. Thornburg bounce pass to Turner Evans. Shoots. That's off the leg of Billy D. Smith. Billy D goes on the push, which actually helps Evans get over to the ball. Now Billy D comes to try and take it back. Chop, whack, another whack. And again, right in front of the officials, a big swat to the arm, no call. There's Evans in the corner. Tries to hit Matthews. He's unable to catch the pass, goes into the crease, and it is Six Nations possession. Outlet pass to Austin Stotts. Gilray out to meet him. Oh, nice check. Gilray knocks it loose, but Stotts gets it back. didn't get disturbed or distracted by the ball being popped out and just gets it back. Big pick from Cody Jamieson. Stotts fights through, saved by Buchan. Boy, Doug Buchan has been sharp, and right now he's looking like the guy for the Peterborough Lakers in this series. Evans peels away from traffic, and they make a couple passes to get over to Cal Matisse. Peterborough in no hurry to attack at this point with an 11-2 lead and 11:35 to go here in the third period. Evans tries to shovel it through. Hogarth is flattened from behind. A little reverse whip attempt by Matisse. Couldn't quite get it on net, and that will be a 30-second shot. Here's Fennell spinning off a check. Bomberry. Bomberry with a high hit on Eric Schul, who drops to the floor, heads to the bench now. And Peterborough on the offensive end of the floor, Katoni. Mitch Ogilvie heads to the bench, and the Lakers just now getting their fifth attacker out. 11:10 on the shot clock. 10:45 left on in the third period. Vitarelli, quick stick. What a save by Warren Hill. That was a fast release. Pretty accurate shot, but Hill just gets a bit of it. Burker Muir runs through the check from Evans, hands it off to Von Harris. Muir going to the net. Big pick there, but very legal. Here's Thompson. Great to see Burker Muir getting a shot in the lineup tonight, and he is coming with the energy. He has had a strong game. Mark Matthews. This is Katoni. Lakers go strong right, strong left. It's Turner Evans down in the corner. Matthews elects instead to swing it around to the other side. 10 minutes to go in the third period. Shots on goal, 46-32 Lakers. Goals, 11-2. There's another save by Hill and a long outside shot from Katoni. Jerry Stotts, twister to get it ahead to Brendan Bomberry. Penalty coming to the Lakers here. Austin Stotts rips one, knocks the stick right into the hands of Mitch Ogilvie, and then that shot goes off the leg of Paul Dawson. Ogilvie races to the boards to get his stick back. That's a heads-up play by the young defender. That's a goal, though. The shot by Lyle Thompson goes off the post, off the back of Doug Buchan's leg, and into the net. And the teams keep talking to the officials, and the officials are just not seeming to want to really hear it. Lovely shot by Thompson to get one back.
My God, you're ugly. You are ugly. Kind only takes a mother with love. Woo!
There's a hard shot by Jameis. That one goes wide. Snagged by Gilray, who will run ahead. Vitarelli up top to Kyle Matisse. Evans shoulders into Lyle Thompson. Behind the back shot by Vitarelli. That's wide, and Lyle Thompson grabs it. Under 8.5 to go here in the third period. 11-3 Lakers lead. They're looking to try and take a 3-1 lead in this series. Get themselves in a game of their fourth straight MSL championship.
Sam Leclerc. That's Thompson from Stotts and Leclerc. Time of the goal, 10:48. Laker penalty to number 94.
Matthews along the boards over to Katoni.
Canceled by the goal.
Resetarits to Hogarth. Muir and Jerry Stotts with the two-man D. Comes back out to Resetarits. Hard pass across to the far side. Matthews didn't see anything he liked. Leaves it for Matisse. Long outlet pass caught by Capito. What a play. Warren Hill with the absolute dime. Length of the floor to Joey Capito and lightning strikes. That is a beautiful play. Hill to Capito to the back of the net.
How much did you pay him off tonight?
Chiefs on the offense once again. Bomberry cross to Lyle Thompson. He ducks underneath. Hard pass up to Austin Stotts. Eric Fennell finds Bomberry. Spins away from the check by Gilray. Gilray tipped that one loose, but Fennell almost had it. Actually, it's Gilray coming away with it. Great shift from Gilray. Your MSL Transition Player of the Year. All-star teams announced today. Sean Evans, pass across to Turner. Vitarelli goes to set a pick. They try to hit the cutter. Didn't quite connect with Resetarits, who's just trying to stay out of the way of the Vitarelli shot. He takes a bump. A little sandwich from the Leclerc brothers, but gets the ball back and bangs over to Turner Evans. Ty Logan runs in and swats away the stick of Thomas Hogarth. Here's Evans taking his time. Pulls it down. One hand swings from Nungo Thompson. Backdoor attempt to Hogarth. Pick from Resetarits actually shoves Leclerc out into him, but it's grabbed by Ty Logan as it's knocked free. Stotts off the bench. Oh, nice foot save by Buckner. Good shot by Stotts. Pace got out on him. That pass doesn't connect with Von Harrison. It's grabbed by Ogilvy. Lobs it ahead to Pace. He'll slow things down, hand it off to Holden Catoni as we reach 6 minutes to go in this 11-4 game. Evans on the outside. Matthews is in there getting some swats from Brooker Muir. Or sorry, from Kevin Owen Hill. Here's Matisse, the bounce pass to Evans. Shot clock expiring. Evans just tosses it up. Jerry Stott's going after Matisse. Warren Hill will make the outlet pass. We've got 5.5 to go in an 11-4 game. Harris across the top, pass to Fennell. Watched there by Lord. That one's just wide on the far side. Didn't touch Buchan, so no reset. Von Harris has 8 to shoot. Fennell shoots. Swallowed up by Buchan. Catoni takes it along the boards, and there's some pressure high from Liam Leclerc. Lyle Thompson on a defensive shift. Turner Evans steps out wide. Billy D. Smith watching him. Resetarits is behind the net. He's going to come out and try the one-arm wrap shot. Missed. Gets a shove from Liam Leclerc, and the ball's turned over. Nungo Thompson with it. Hits Lyle. Lyle Thompson directs. Brendan Bomber with the nod of the head. Gets spun down by Hope. Ball separated. Hope tries to pick it up. Nice hustle by Bomberry going after it. And then some swats. They're going to call a loose ball push on Peterborough. Robert Hope will get up off the floor and just try to go and fight for possession. Thompson, one-hand pass to Stotts. Rocket, but it goes wide. Gets away from Bomberry. That's going to be over and back. Paul Dawson going after it. So Bomberry will get in position to be able to defend if necessary. Dawson peels off, and Bomberry will go to the bench. Here's Sean Evans. Evans with Leclerc after him. Gets caught, but holds on to the ball, fighting through. He's knocked down. Nice pass over to Matisse. Almost picked off by Capito. He would have been long gone. One-hand shot, and The bomb goal gets a big cheer from folks on the side of the Memorial Center that can't see that was on the outside of the back of the net. Here's Eric Fennell with 20 on the shot clock for Six Nations. The cutter, Lyle Thompson, Ian Lord racing in to pick him up. Vaughn Harris comes to Cody Jamieson. He passes it to Fennell, who wasn't ready, but it goes over to Vaughn Harris and scores. The ball just gets away from Harris. Eric Fennell is laughing as he heads to the bench. He and Cody Jamieson enjoying a little fist bump as their pass did not connect. Harris gets the shot off, but it just trickles through, and it's 11-5. Six Nations creeping back in. .330 to go. It may be too little too late, I would think, for Six Nations. Lakers pretty happy to let the clock just tick away here. Katoni along the far boards, watched by Solver. A couple of Cowboys, Katoni from Calgary and Solver from Texas. Katoni with a hard rip. That one's blocked by Solver. Ty Logan, outlet pass to Austin Stotts. Matisse hustles back and gets on him. Stotts will find Cody Jamieson. Quick pass across. I don't know that Solver was ready for that.
Jamieson and Fennell. Time of the goal, 16:30.
Turner Evans over to Matthews. Evans cuts through. Matthews will go far side. I think that was tipped by Nungo Thompson. His knee brace is actually coming apart. He's still battling out there though with Resetarits. Evans has it. Hard rip across on the pass to Turner Evans. Another save by Warren Hill. Jamieson across the top gets a hit there from Tutton. Fennell puts his shoulder down, tries to drive through Schul, who fought him off effectively. Cody Jamieson's broken the stick of Chad Tutton as Tutton tried to check him. Oh, and that's a cross-check to the hip of Tutton by Austin Stotts. And then a cross-check to the face of Schul. They're going to go. Stotts is probably going to get a major for that cross-check, and they're going to be tossed. This will not be roughing. This will be fighting. Nobody throwing. Now a couple of punches. Stotts lands one, lands another. Schul throws lefts. The jersey's off of Schul. Stotts. Oh, there's a couple of lefts from Schul. I don't think they're done. Stotts with a couple of rights that land, rams them into the board. Schul backs away, throws a left. Oh, and a punch past the referee by Austin Stotts. Schul does not like that. And then a hard cross-check in the back by Cody Jamieson, and a cross-check to the head of the player on the floor. It's getting nasty. Fennell is in there. Sean Evans going after him, and you got to think there's going to be suspensions here after the punch from Stotts while they were tied up with the refs. And then Jamieson flying in, third man in, cross-check to the back. This has turned nasty, no surprise. Players out collecting. Jamieson's out there with his stick. Now he's having words for Robert Hope. The two captains jarring at each other. Hiltz gets in between them. And they're just clearing everybody out. They're telling the captains even, go away, get away, let us sort it. Brendan Bomber is still yelling at the refs. You know, you're going to see some stuff happen in an 11-5 lacrosse game late in a series, or well into a series, game 4. Nell comes out to have a chat with them. The refs are just like, go away. Let us sort this out. There's 2 minutes left. The score is 11-5. The game is basically over. And things are getting a little crazy. Six Nations has scored the last 3 goals. It's 4-1 this period, but when it was 10-1 coming into the frame. Again, the series will continue with Game 5 on Friday in Six Nations. You can watch that on the Major Series Lacrosse YouTube channel. Now Hope and Jamieson leaning in to get the calls. Kyle Crotman is giving the penalties to the official in the box. And Paul Dawson has come out and he's asking some questions. I'm going to go to Major Series Lacrosse.ca and look at the box score on the live game just to see as they get added. Because it's hard to keep track of everything. Chad Tutton does know. He has found out what's going on. He's going to his bench telling his coaches. Cody Jamieson is gone. He was going to the box. He is having words for the refs, and he's done. He's heading to the box. They've just tossed him. He basically was just arguing until he got that. I am Steven Stamp. This is the Major Series Lacrosse Finals, Game 4. So far, nothing up. I believe it will be added shortly. It looks like right now, what's going to happen is the only thing that's going to go up on the board is 2 minutes for Austin Stotts. There's 2 minutes to go. The penalty killers for the Chiefs will be Ty Logan, Kellen LeClaire, Liam LeClaire, and Billy D. Smith. And I would think the Lakers are just going to stay away from Billy D. Again, an absolute beauty, but he does tend to snap when he's on the lacrosse floor at times. We'll see if anybody gets near him. Honestly, I don't think I would. Lakers on the outside. Behind the net is Turner Evans, 15 on the shot clock. The Lakers have no interest in going inside at this point. Evans, he is inside the fan. Liam LeClaire almost got a foot on that pass. Vitarelli takes a whack from Liam LeClaire as he did step in to shoot. Here's an outlet pass to Fennell off the bench. Pace gets out on him. The shot stopped by Buchan. 1:24 left. Eric Fennell swing rusty gate check onto the hip of Tutton.
5-minute for fighting and a game misconduct. Lakers penalty to number 88, Sean Evans, a 10-minute misconduct.
So Sean Evans gets a 10-minute misconduct.
To number 43, Austin Stotts, 2 minutes for illegal cross-check, 5 minutes for fighting and a game misconduct.
So Schul with 5 for fighting in a game. Stotts gets the 2 for the illegal cross-check and then the 5 for fighting in a game. Hogarth with shot scores on the power play. We'll make it 12-5 with 55.2 to go. It's not a pretty lacrosse game, but it's a rugged one. So Thomas Hogarth is second of the evening. That one way back in the first. 12 minutes and 33 seconds in. Tutton picks up that loose ball off the faceoff. We're down to 50 seconds. Brooker Muir is still working hard. Gets the strip and it's turned over. Here's Colin LeClaire. Big pick by Muir. Throws the hip, and that's a penalty to Muir as he threw the hip into Tutton. It's a slashing call. Oh, sorry. My mistake. It's a slashing call on Chad Tutton.
Assist to number 5, Turner Evans, and number 46, Kyle Matisse. That's Hogarth from Evans and Matisse. Time of the goal, 19-0.
So it's a 5-on-4 for the Chiefs for these final 35 seconds. You got Fennell, Brooker Muir right there. The Muir goes in after pace, sending a pick. Bomberry, Thompson, and LeClaire also out there. You got Pace and Ogilvie, Hope, and Dawson. Hard rip by Bomberry, but it's wide. Shovel outlet pass doesn't get to Ogilvie. Here's Fennell. Bomberry rips one. That's off the crossbar. That was close to in. It spun down. And John Tavares thinks that was a goal, and I think he might be right. But it doesn't really matter at this point with 2 seconds to go. There's a hard shot at the end. That one's stopped by Buchan. And the final score will be the Peterborough Lakers 12, the Six Nations Chiefs 5. The Lakers will take a 3-1 lead in the Major Series Lacrosse Finals. Make sure you go and check all the stats out on Major Series Lacrosse.ca. Remember, Sunday night game 5 on Friday in Six Nations. You can watch that on RogersTV.com. Go to the Brantford option. And keep an eye on the West. The WLA Finals, the game 3 is going tonight. Langley Thunder up 2-0 on the Nanaimo Timbermen. Doug Buchan is going to be named the defensive player of the game for the Lakers, and that's a pretty good call. And the offensive player, I think, is Holden Ciccone. Anyway, the Lakers win 12-5. That's it for game 4 from the Peterborough Memorial Center. I'm Stephen Stamp. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends, here on the MSL Finals on the MSL YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.